I'm just getting ready to put the wheels back on me wagon. Unfortunately, it's not to put it on the trailer and go racing this weekend, which is what I was expecting to be doing. I just did a leak down test on the engine just to get some numbers before I go racing, so that I had something to compare it back to, and also I had the rocker covers off to check the valve clearance, make sure nothing's moved since the last time I drove it. And number 3 and number 1 are both leaking 20% straight past the rings and out the hole, out the breather, which is super disappointing because this is still a brand new engine, probably with only about an hour on it. So she's coming out again. There's nothing I can do much about that. I've had the camera down the hole and talked to the guys at Seal Power, Total Seal. Well, I've sent them some emails to see if they can confirm what I think, which is it appears to have just glazed the balls straight over and the rings haven't sealed. So anyway, we're putting the wheels back on so that we can get it back down on the ground. I'll drop the pipes off, drop the drive shaft out, get into my normal routine, get everything off from underneath, get the headers off, drop the starter, get the oil's still brand new, it hasn't even fired a shot, so I can empty the tank while I'm under there, get it down on the ground, wheel it out, drop the radiator out, get the water out, pull the distributor out, and get the tacker on it probably, and I think that's all. I've got to get the carby off and get that out of the way. Power steering stays in the engine bay, starter motor stays in the engine bay, pump can stay on, I just have to disconnect it off the 2 filters. So I'm hoping 2 hours will roll that lot over. I've been pretty disappointed in the last day, so I just couldn't really be bothered, but the sooner we get it out, all we've got to do really is hone it and put new rings in it if there's no other damage, which pray there's no damage to the pistons, but it doesn't look too bad. Still looks new inside. We need to see down the hole. Anyway, all the plugs still look good, and it's still running. It still has compression, of course. The leak down test, you put pressure into the cylinder, and so 1 still looks good. 3, they all look good. The only one that even had a little bit of discoloration was actually on 2, and that was the one I was testing for because it was quite dark. But yeah, hasn't really done it. I've had it idling a couple of times, so that's why they've got a bit of black soot on them. Anywho, can't race with that kind of leakage. The rest of them are all up around 4%, so that's about normal. Well, it's probably even a little bit higher than what I would like out of a brand new engine, but certainly leaking 18-20%, which these two are. Yeah, we're not going racing like that. Next thing you know, it'll be spread all over the track, or at the very least it will be down on power. It is down on power. I made probably nearly 100 extra horsepower by the time we tuned it and got everything sorted on the dyno, which it would have been fine on. But these are chromoly rings, and unless I can find anything else at the moment, my suspect is that the bloke on the dyno, despite my request to be able to run some driven oil, the Gibbs stuff, which is what I normally use to run an engine, he said, "Oh no, we just run 50 weight racing oil all the time," and I'm picking these additives and that are not real good for chromoly rings. So despite my inner feeling that we were doing the wrong thing, I've never ever run racing oil in a run-in situation before in my life, but it's his dyno, so we had to do what he said. So well, we probably didn't. If I'd have forced the issue a bit more and showed up with the right oil, I probably would have been okay, but you bow to a guy who's been doing it for years and years and years and doing 800 horsepower engines. So, but I don't know for a fact that I haven't broken a ring or something else stupid yet. So, but my feeling at the time was that we were doing the wrong thing, and normally that's right. You'll find with most things you do, if it doesn't feel right, it normally will bite you on the arse later. So anyway, she's coming out again, and I've got to get the hood off it. Need 2 guys for that. So anyway, I'll do what I can tonight, and we'll get someone to help me tomorrow. Yeah, I've got to get it back down on the ground and rolling anyway, so maybe we'll get underneath it and just undo all that stuff. But I was really hoping to be able to show you some race footage this weekend at Sandown. I was so looking forward to it, and we've got 50 cars entered, and bang, I'm back at ground zero again at the machine shop. Just kills your race cars, but anyway, that's how it is. I'll get it done, and we'll get the thing back in, and we've got 2 months to Phillip Island, so I should be able to do this at my leisure and actually get my lawns mowed for a change. So anyway, it seems we were right there, just about there, and another thing bites me on the ass, but I'd rather fix it than do another 5 grand's damage. So anyway, that's where we're at. Catch you later.